Good evening, everyone. Tonight I'd like to show you some ideas about what slow practice really means. There are different kinds of slow practice that you can do. One is slow heavy with a high lift, where you're really lifting those unused fingers and getting the piece into your hands, and the wrist is so relaxed, but you're hanging on every key, full body weight. When your body is like a sack of potatoes, it's all these trillions of body cells so relaxed that's the power that you can come into with your back to reach row ZZ. If you're playing a huge piece where you need that kind of power, like for example, if I was going, I'm using all those body cells. I'm trying to come in with my full weight. I need to do slow practice where I'm really lifting those unused fingers, really lifting those unused fingers, really, and it stretches the hand, keeps everything flexible, but the hand has to be loose. And when you do slow practice, I'll use Ave Maria to begin with, and just show you what you can do in your slow practice, and it makes the practicing so much more interesting when you can use it for the quality of the sound. You want the individual finger to be, it can reach out like a cow's tongue licking a block of salt as you release on the way up and flop through to the floor. But then think of the finger as depressing the key part way or more of the way down or full way down, depending on the kind of sound you want, but relaxing across the hand as you come in. It'll give that note a texture, an atmosphere of warmth, not a nasally sound. So it's to try and get, like, if I see just that little bit extra sharpness, and it sings that much more. And then you link it to the next note. So if I'm doing this in Ave Maria, and I want each triplet to be even length, and I'm thinking of a tick or a sway in my body, a lilting from one triplet to the next, even though there are 3 triplet notes in each quarter, and there are 4 quarters in the bar. So that's how slow I need to go to be able to hear it, because I want to hear that I'm playing both of those triplet notes, or double. Sometimes it's a 4th, sometimes it's a 3rd, but I need both. And I need to flop right through to do it. I need to relax in the hand, and I need to think of actually using the finger down from the main arch while the hand stays relaxed to actually depress the key part way or whatever I'm doing as this flops right through. So I'll read through some of this and let you see what I'm trying to create in terms of sound. And I can do it with a pedal too when I'm going slow with full expression, so that I reinforce all these muscle memories in slow motion correctly to satisfy the ear on every note I'm depressing. And that way, when I go to play it more up to tempo, it's going to be what I need. So, because it'll be trained into my hands to do it like that. So if I can think of flop right through. See, I have to let the quality of each note get out into the atmosphere, if you get what I mean. So sudden release gets a bigger sound too, but relax the hand. Release on the way up. Go out and in like the cow's tongue licking the block of salt. So if I want that to sound more like a singer, I'm going to put it on the 6th one. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That'd be more the way the singer would do it. want to. I could go and put it right on the end, right like there, right with that. But it's weight touch. That on the end. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that on the 6th spot. Now I want to hear both of these notes. Both of them. See, if you wanted to sing like that, just that little pluck. And then, sorry, A. Of more than one thing all at once. You've got to think of depressing the key part way down. You've got to think of flopping right through. You've got to think of relaxing in the back of the hand at the same time. It's not easy, but the ear is rewarded if you can do it. Now you want to ease and spread. Oops. Spread. Now that one I can put it on the end. Sorry. Remembering to go through, follow all the way through, all the way through. to go down too fast. So you've got to relax the hand as it flops down through. Draws the key down and the hammer up. There's a writ in there, so each one has to get a little bit longer. So relaxed, it just dies down to nothing. And you leave it down until the sound is completely gone. So I hope that gives you some ideas of how you can practice slowly with full expression. Now I could take something like in the Chopin book, wherever it is, over there. Let's see if I can get it. It's a wonderful book, this Chopin book. It's this one here, and it's Chopin music, music to remember. It's just beautiful. The collection of pieces that's in that. So I'll show you. I did a couple of videos on the minute waltz, showing you how to do it slow, heavy, and high lift till I could get it even. And so now I'm at a point where I can play it slowly with full expression and have it where I'm controlling that beats 2 and 3 are not as loud as beat 1, and that the pedal holds right through to the end of, right through to coming off with beat 3, that kind of thing. So, and it starts leggero, so that's very lightly, but it starts with an accent. But I don't want a harsh tone, I want a warm tone, so I want an atmosphere of warmth. So I have to relax as I depress the key down from the main arch with the firm finger, what closes and what open, work against to make the fingers steel, and I can flop through and I can use it like a paddle or a cow's tongue licking. It can be, it's got to be able to be controlled, every note. So flop through and balance on and if you're sitting on the floor and you do that and flop through, you'll feel the heaviness, and it's all just relaxed weight. If you wanted huge power, this is if you wanted to say a big huge tone and you're just doing this, you want to be able to reach with those rosette Z like something huge. It's all these trillions of body cells that are coming down in, and it's relaxed weight, and that you're anchoring it in the keys. But when you do it slow and with full expression, you're going to come down in, but gently and with this relax, and depress the key. If it's only part way, it'll be quieter. A little further down, right on the bottom, but still flopping through, and limpid wrist. So it's under a piano, so it's not too heavy. 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2, and then, now this is sostenuto, so you want a fuller sound, but all the flesh of the finger you can get, so there's more cushion and padding in there. You'd think that you're just rolling to the left and back and forth, but there's still this vertical that you have to flop through and relax the hand as you come down, so that the key gets put down with that velvetiness through it. So. Independent fingers, in other words. And there's 4 against 3, so you can say, come Tommy, jump to me. Come Tommy, jump to me. because you've done so much slow heavy with a high lift, really heavy practice, if you're ever in doubt of what fingers you're using, just lift your fingers, your unused fingers, and the right ones will be there to play because they've done it so much. 1, 2, and 3, and 1, and 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 2, and 3, See, that was loud here, but here it's soft. So I got to velvet through there. Well, then it's all repeat anyway. So that's that piece, but except when it comes here, it's full, it's big, it's at the top of a decrescendo. Whenever you get a crescendo, it means start soft. When you get a decrescendo, it means start loud. So that's the minute waltz. Now when you come to the valse in C sharp minor, that's the opus 64 number 2 is, and you see there's a decrescendo, so I have to be careful that that one is quieter than this. And I did that by just relaxing in my hand as I depressed the key part way and flopped through to the floor. Hear it. No rush. In there now. This time it's medium loud, but later on it's pianissimo, so it's got to make a big difference. I got to hear a decrescendo through there, so. Now it's pianissimo. Hear all 3 notes, and then the melody, this is medium loud, it's more slowly anyway, so that note has to be big so that you can get quieter. See, this is an upbeat and this is the downbeat. I want to hear it link there, so keep going. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And then it's all repeat. So it's really useful to do slow practice like that with full expression, and hear the quiet spots and really hear that there's nothing abrasive about the sound, because you know how to relax in there, in that back of the hand and in the wrist as you flop through, right through, and draw the key down, and then take the tone out of the instrument, make it sing. And the more singing quality you want, more snap to the finger. But in this slow practice, really listen one note adjacent to the next, that you've got intonation. If one has to die down, then you've got to hear that the next note is going to be quieter, because you heard that first one die down, and you match it with how quiet it got. And you link the weight and connect it, but still depress the key as you flop through for the note, and then you're in control, that it's relaxed and that it's a buoyant, floating kind of sound that keeps the line alive and doesn't kill it. So, I mean, the slow, heavy practice is like pounding the piano. It's not what you want when you go to play it heavy. So, but it's a great way to build up the muscles in your hand. If you want to build up the strength of your body and your hands, so that when you're playing huge in a big hall and you want to reach the far end of the hall, you've got to use the energy of all these body cells that are so loose in your back. And that power is what you get if you think of being on the floor and flopping down and taking the hammer up with that, using that power and driving it up through, using the drop and using gravity, but balancing and crawling and linking. All kinds of ideas that I hope that you can take something from in your practice and make it more enjoyable while you're practicing. Time just passes so quickly when you're doing that kind of practicing. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Have a good night. Bye-bye.